ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our weekly discussions. I guess we still haven't come up with a name yet.
No.
We're still working on that. Tonight's part 2 of our Auburn business. Just want to throw it out there that we did get a winner from the Guess Where We Are contest, I guess you could call it.
You could say that.
But we decided that we are still going to send them a prize plus something else, and we're going to continue with the same, thing tonight.
Contest,
so, yeah, if you think you might figure out where we are, again, we cannot say where we are. We talked about this last week.
Private message us.
Please write us a direct message, and if you're right, then we will send you a prize. If not, I will simply say no. No.
Hey, Rob.
Rob's hanging out at work in Virginia, and hi, Sandra's on already. So again, we did have a couple winners last week, but we decided to keep it up this week. So
yeah,
if you guys can figure out where we are, and again, private message us, and we will let you know. And if you win, we'll send you a prize.
I don't know. I think maybe a couple of the videos might give it away tonight.
It might. Again, we're going to try to limit some of the words that we use. Reading some of these descriptions, I'm probably not going to say certain things. So if you hear me skip a word or something, it's on purpose. But yes, some of the stuff we're going to play tonight might give it away if you're familiar with the location. We'll just put it that way. But other than that, I think, as I said last week, we went over a bunch of different stuff. Olivia's right here. She's hiding. She was fixing the camera for us. Sandra was asking where you were.
Oh, I'm here.
But yeah, we got about 20 things that we're going to get through tonight. Video, audio, it's a little bit of everything. It's a mixture. It's also different time frames. So it's from different years and different investigations. It's not like a one set investigation. It's kind of a mixture of everything.
And what were there? 4 or 5 times?
Yeah, at
Something
least
like
4 or 5, if not more.
Yeah.
We've got all kinds of cool stuff. I said I wish some of the personal experiences we actually caught, some of the lights and stuff that we would see and stuff like that, but unfortunately we just didn't get it. So tonight we will go through stuff that we did get. Again, as always, I strongly recommend headphones for some of these. Not all of them. Some of them are very easy to hear. So if you don't hear it the first time, again, we always loop it around, and hopefully on the second. If not, grab headphones, come back later and listen to it. We appreciate it. Before I forget, next week we have the
Masonic Lodge.
The Masonic Lodge. We're doing the show on. And that was a great investigation. Another place that we've been to a bunch of times.
Awesome place.
We didn't decide. We're only going to do one episode for that. But again, great place. Mike will be here again. Olivia and I will both be here. I don't think you ever did the lodge. No. Yeah. So Mike and I have been there, I think, the most. You might have been there one time more than me.
Yeah.
But again, it's a great place.
I think it was a really hot Friday night, and the next day I ended up with heat stroke.
Probably.
Oh my gosh.
I was in the mall. I came out of a store and I was dizzy. Started getting dizzy, and I go, I think I better get home. I'm not feeling too good.
The following week after that, we will have our first special guest of the year. Since our last couple times we've had some cancellations, but Danielle will be here. Well, Arena Danielle will be here. Sorry. She's a very, very good medium that we work with. She was with us at the library.
Yep.
A lot of the stuff she said before we even got started was great. I think she came up with a couple of things that even the director might not even have known.
I know she came up with a name or two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then she even went and did some research on her own to kind of validate what she said. So it was kind of cool that she did that legwork. So she'll be here next week. For Olivia, I'm encouraging Lorena to bring her tarot cards because she's got a thing for that. So maybe if we're lucky, we'll do a live tarot reading if she's up for it.
If we're lucky.
If you want your stuff to be thrown out there like that. I don't know. What if she says something? Anyway, we'll see. So
I got some crazy stuff going.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks from now. She'll be on, and I can't wait to have her on. We're going to ask her all kinds of questions. If you guys have any questions for that, please feel free to chime in. I'm sure she'll answer whatever questions she can through that. But more or less, it's just going to kind of get to know her maybe her process, and just have some fun. So it's going to be more of a discussion, not so much a video evidence type night. So something a little different. We can't wait for that. So level your camera, Rob said. It's level now, I think. She fixed it. That's what
It's
she was...
probably not. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well,
because when you put it up, it was all. So I tried.
It's my fault.
Sorry.
If somebody was ready, I wouldn't have had to do it. So. But that being said,
if somebody was ready.
Hey, I was so mean. So we'll get back into some. Let's get going. So now Rob's getting me yelled at. So the first one, is just going to go back a little while ago. We have two investigators. They're doing their thing. They're asking questions and stuff. Around 9 seconds, you're going to hear a laugh come through. And then in the room, if you listen, there's actually almost like an echo to it. So it's kind of cool.
I didn't want to get in the way, so I was standing like right here, and I heard it, and she was in there, but coming out the other door.
Right, exactly.
So we both heard it, but it sounded like it's coming from in here. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, just as clear as a bell.
Well, maybe
Weird.
earlier he thought he saw me behind back there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was.
Exactly.
I didn't want to get in the
On the
way,
other side of it.
so I was standing like right here, and I heard it, and she was in there, but coming out the other door.
Right, exactly.
So we both heard it, but it sounded like it's coming from in here. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, just as clear as a bell.
Well, maybe
Weird.
earlier he thought he saw me behind back there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was.
Exactly.
I don't know. No.
So again, very clear, very obvious, as far as I think. I mean, it's neither one of them. They're the only two females there. So again, neither one of them acknowledged it. Neither one of them said, "Hey, did you hear that?" Neither one of them said, "Hey, we need to go yell at somebody in the group for laughing." That was just that right there is probably a very I guess Class A EVP. I mean, it's electronic voice phenomenon.
Yeah.
That's it. It was great.
And the echo was really cool. That goes with it.
Yeah. In the spirit of not messing up our list, this next one, I think it might be a repeat. We might have played this one last week, the
Not
OER
sure.
one. This next one.
I think that there were a series of ones that were
So yeah, we're
around
gonna
the same, but maybe not.
we'll play it. It might be a repeat from last week, but we'll play it for you guys anyway. You're gonna hear movement. You're gonna hear people investigating, and then you're gonna hear "oh yeah." I think it's just a repeat, but it's on our list, so we're gonna play it.
No, it's not.
Okay, it's a different one.
Yeah, it's a different one.
Yeah. That was, so that was not a repeat. Yes, there's two things there. Yeah, there's two different ones in there. I forgot we even called that one. Again, some of these are so many years ago that I don't even remember them. It's almost like it's the first time I'm listening to them. So that's exciting. But yeah, there's definitely the "oh yeah," and then you hear
Then the laugh.
It's almost like a laugh or a sarcastic. I don't know. I don't know. I can't.
Something.
I don't know. So still, it's a great one. That was definitely not our people. You hear us walking around, but nobody's talking. So more likely we were moving from one location to another, and they were just moving. So this next one is Todd and Sue. They're investigating. Around 12 seconds, you're going to hear another female voice in there. It's not theirs. It sounds like they're saying, yeah.
7-4. Where Sue saw a lady in bed.
Right here. Yes, I did. I almost.
Is there anybody in here with us that wants to communicate with us?
Yeah.
Room 22.
I see a lady standing here. Can I have your name?
7th floor. First you saw a lady in white.
Right here. Yes, I did. I almost.
Is there anybody in here with us? Who wants to communicate with us?
Yeah.
Room 22.
I see a lady standing here. Can I have your?
Just to clear up confusion, we're not talking about Sue saying yeah.
Like at the very end.
Yeah, right before that, there is a almost like a breathy, yes, like a heavy breath. Rob heard it. It sounds like a heavy breath saying yeah.
Yeah.
Then you, ironically, you just hear Sue say yeah. So we were not talking about Sue. I'm glad Rob caught that. That was not so. Again, they didn't hear it. And if you listen to it, you actually hear Todd say, "Is there anybody in here with us?" And then you hear like a breathy yeah. So definitely kind of goes along with it. Pretty much answered his question. Would have been nice if they heard it there, but it happens. This next one, again, it's one of the few times that we ever really allowed or used the spirit box. We normally don't.
No, right. Right here.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, the spirit box. Okay, sorry.
Again, we don't do them that often just because we don't.
It's annoying.
Yeah, we just don't like them. We don't like the sounds they make. It's just loud and
just made for short bursts.
So they're using it, but in this one it's kind of cool. Todd and Sue are going, and then around 12 seconds you do hear a female voice come through the spirit box. This time saying yeah, but you actually hear it through the spirit box.
Is there a little girl or a little boy that lives here? True. Did he say that?
I think so. How old is the little boy or girl?
Is there a little girl or a little boy that lives here? True. Did he say that?
I think so. How old is the little boy or girl?
So now that I misread what I wrote, what I was supposed to read, it says true. We heard it. It's right there. They heard it. It's not. Yeah, I misread the wrong one. So she asked if there's a little boy in here, and you hear it sounds like a boy or a man's voice come through the spirit box and say true. So that's pretty cool. This next one's a video, and it was actually caught on handheld. Myself, I put a motion sensing light pod. We used to use them a lot. We've kind of phased out of them. Now we use the motion balls instead. But essentially, we would set them up. It would send out a field, basically, and anything that came within like a foot of it, give or take,
a foot or two,
it would light up. Very simple. We had a lot of great success with those over the years. In this video, I actually put it in the hallway, and well, we'll just let you see what happens.
Thank you. I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go. Thank you. I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go.
So yeah, we ask it to come near it. We ask it to do whatever they can do to make it light up, whether it's wave your hand, step near it, do whatever. And I asked it, and it did it. So that's pretty cool. We had a lot of success with those over the years.
until they broke.
They broke, and we just decided, we're going to go with these balls instead. That essentially do the same thing.
Yeah.
Except it's not so much a EMF field; they have to physically touch them.
Yeah, and then you just gotta watch your feet.
You just gotta make sure you don't step on them or kick them. Which actually, I do. I personally prefer the balls that we use because you have to physically touch them. Where with the motion lights, you could break the barrier, you could whatever you want to call it. But to me, there's still a little bit of doubt, I guess, for a skeptic to say, it could have been this, it could have been that, it could have been whatever. Where the balls you actually have to physically manipulate and touch.
Touch or move.
We do like using those. We've had some success with those. No, not as much. more private homes, I've noticed.
Yes.
So this next video, this might be one that may give away where we are. If you're familiar with the place. Myself and Sandy are investigating one of the rooms. And then you're going to hear a voice come through, and it's going to sound like it says red room. And then you're going to hear me say red room. We are actually in the red room. So, kind of makes sense, I guess.
Red room.
Third floor in the red room.
Red room.
Third floor in the red room.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's literally immediately before I say it. So it's like we went in the room, whatever was in there said red room, and then I said it. I didn't hear that person say it, so we don't know where that voice came from. I will say that in that room, there's reported activity of a child spirit. So maybe that's who was in the red room with us. Okay. It's possible. This next one, again, we got some investigators going, and we're not really sure about where in the building they were at this time. But around 11 seconds, you're going to hear what sounds like a child's voice saying, "Come here." So yeah, pretty clear. By listening to that audio, to me it would sound like it was a stationary recorder. So more than likely somebody set it down in one of the rooms, whether it's the ballroom or one of the actual rooms you stay in. But in the distance, you can faintly hear people. You can kind of hear us a little bit. But then you definitely hear a random kid's voice saying, "Sounds like you're saying, come here."
Yeah. And that's what makes it good, because it's right there. You can distinguish it from the people in the distance.
Yes, there's no footsteps, there's no movement, there's no investigators walking up to it, walking away from it. But it's there, so that's pretty cool to me. Almost like they're trying to get our attention. This next one you're going to hear is Sue is bringing up the fact about a fire. I'm not really sure 100% what they were talking about, but around 10 seconds you're going to hear what it sounds like a female voice saying "good." Not sure why.
Talking about there was a fire here. So I did, I don't know, it's on recording, because I did say, are there remnants of that fire in the basement?
Good. Yeah, that's funny. That was weird.
Alright, I'm gonna test your memory.
Who?
You.
Me? Okay.
Talking about there was a fire here. So I did, I don't know, it's on recording, because I did say, are there remnants of that fire in the basement?
Good. Yeah, that's funny. That was weird.
Alright, I'm gonna test your memory.
Who?
You.
Me? Okay.
Jump for it. Sorry you had to listen to me eat. We were taking a break, and we were just kind of talking about how the night was going, and I like that one because you can hear Sue's voice, you hear the good, then you hear Sandy's voice, and then you hear my voice, so you can kind of distinguish what everybody's voices sound like. So that was it was kind of nice. That was a good one. This next one's a video. You got Todd and Sandy. They're together. They're talking about why do things have to be so complicated and stuff like that. We have some of the most random conversations when we investigate.
And that's probably the best time you get EVPs.
Yeah, Rob can attest to it.
Yep.
Sometimes some of the best evidence we've ever caught was when we were not investigating, when we were just sitting around talking about the
Absolutely
most
nothing.
random thing you could think of. It's weird. It's almost like if it's an intelligent haunting, and or you're dealing with children's spirits, it's almost like, hey, you're not talking to me anymore. I want to come out and say something, or I want to get your attention, or I want to get you to talk to me some more. So it's weird how that happens, but we will do that. We will go in. We will try to do everything that we normally do to get a response, and if that doesn't work, we'll just start talking about the most random stuff. It could be about anything. And we do. But it's fun having to go back to the client and explain to them, why were you talking about this? But you caught the voice. And we're like, well, I don't know. It's just, but it's a lot of fun. And it works. So why change things? So you're going to hear Todd standing talking. Around 11 seconds, you're going to hear what sounds like a female child come through and say hi. It wasn't any of them, and they don't acknowledge it, and there's almost like an echo to it. So,
Getting it. It's off there. Why is everything becoming so complicated?
Okay, that feels pretty snug.
All right, so I'm going to fall.
All right, well, that's going to have to... Okay, we're starting the investigation. Do you have a time?
No. Do we
Okay.
get my phone?
It's got to be about 9,
Something.
I'm thinking.
Getting it. It's off there. Why is everything becoming so complicated?
Okay, that feels pretty snug.
All right, so I'm going to fall.
All right, well, that's going to have to... Okay, we're starting the investigation. Do you have a time?
No. Do we
Okay.
get my phone?
It's got to be about 9,
Something.
I'm thinking.
So now that I listen to that, you do hear the hi. It's not through the spirit box, but you can hear how annoying that is. But if you listen again, I don't know if we can play it again. But you hear the hi. You hear Rob. Not Rob. I'm sorry. Got Rob on the brain. You hear Todd start to talk, and then it keeps talking, whatever that voice is. You can't make out what they're saying because they're literally speaking as Todd is speaking, but it's almost like it's saying like 5 words. There's definitely like a sentence in there. And yes, they were definitely trying to get our attention, or those guys' attention at that point. I think they were just trying to figure out where they were going to go. So that's a good one. That's a real good one.
Mm-hmm.
This next one's myself and Todd. It's on video, but it's audio you're listening for. We are talking about, at the time, my job that I had. And then at 10 seconds, you're going to hear almost like a whine or a moan.
Retire.
What about becoming a police officer?
I don't want to go to the academy.
No?
That's like 6 months, and I don't want to deal with that with the baby, and that's why I don't want to go to state. I could go to be a state prison guard.
Yeah.
Because their academy's nothing compared to what mine was.
Because, I just talking to a lot of the...
Really retire.
What about becoming a police officer?
I don't want to go to the academy.
No?
That's like 6 months, and I don't want to deal with that with the baby, and that's why I don't want to go to state. I could go to be a state prison guard.
Yeah.
Because their academy's nothing compared to what mine was.
Because, I just talking to a lot of the...
So, yeah, I mean, this would kind of tell you how long ago this was, because I said, talking about the baby at the time, she's now going to be 7 in July. So this was, 6 years ago, about, give or take.
Yep.
So it's been a while. State, Rob's been there. So again, we were just randomly talking about work and stuff like that, and you definitely do hear almost like a whine or some kind of noise in the background. So that was cool. That was a good one.
You went past another one.
Well, that was rare.
Okay.
Oh no, there's one. You're right.
Yeah, there is a second one there.
So again, this is probably the same area, same area, same handheld or same recorder. I'm sorry. And Todd and I are still talking, and then you're going to hear another female, almost like a moan, again while we're doing our thing. So it's very well possible it's the same spirit.
Yeah.
There's shootings and stabbings every night in that friggin' Syracuse.
Oh yeah, Syracuse is terrible. I would never live in Syracuse.
Every night, man. I get the news feeds, and it's like, are you kidding me?
I don't know how you do it. Well, you don't live in Syracuse, right?
Oh, I'm in Chenango.
Yeah.
There's shootings and stabbings every night in Syracuse.
Oh yeah, Syracuse is terrible. I would never live in Syracuse.
Every night, man. I get the news feeds and it's like, are you kidding me?
I don't know how you do it. Well, you don't live in Syracuse, right?
Oh, I'm in Chenango.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually happens twice. It happens right when we start talking about stabbing, and then it happens again a few seconds later. So, Sandra, sorry you live there. Mike lives there, technically.
Oh, fair amount.
It's a Syracuse mailing address.
Yeah, it is.
It's not as safe as my town. So, I'm sorry. But again, we were just randomly talking, and you definitely do hear twice what sounds like almost like a child or something, someone trying to get our attention. So that was pretty cool. East Syracuse is okay. That's not bad.
No.
Stay away from the south side.
North side.
North. So this next one, it's kind of a funny one. Sandy and Sue are investigating. At 10 seconds, you're going to hear what...
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy. Mike's going to take ownership of this one because he says this is what he hears.
This is what I hear.
So he says he hears around 10 seconds somebody say nasty. So we'll see.
Yeah, what is that noise that keeps...
I don't know. That's
Unless
the first
it's-
time I heard that.
It might be in the kitchen, though.
Maybe. Who knows? Fairly marked.
Also, the last time we were here, there was a nasty man who spoke into the...
What?
Did you... Yeah, what is that noise that keeps...
I don't know. That's
Unless
the first
it's-
time I heard that.
It might be in the kitchen, though.
Maybe. Who knows? Fairly marked.
Also, the last time we were here, there was a nasty man who spoke into the...
What? Did you...
So yeah, I got to agree with Mike. It does sound like it's saying nasty. It's very low. It's right before Sue starts talking again, and right after they're talking about the kitchen area. So I don't know if I hope they're not talking about the food.
I don't know.
Food was delicious, I will say.
Yeah.
I helped cook some of it. So.
Yeah, I thought the food was good there.
Yeah.
The times that I have eaten there.
I've eaten there a few times and I was thought the food was good.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know where you get
I hope they weren't talking about a team member. So.
Yeah, probably you.
I wasn't in. Yeah, I probably was there. So I had to think about it. We do have a few more. If anybody has any other questions or comments while we're going through these, please feel free to shoot them out there. We haven't gotten any messages yet, so I don't know if anybody else has decided to try to guess where we were. But this next one is no one's talking. Around 10 seconds, you're just going to hear a strange voice come in. We're not really sure what it's saying, so if you hear something, let us know.
Yeah.
Is there any way that you can just knock on something? Can you answer? Is there any way that you can just knock on something? Can you answer?
Yeah, that one's a little interesting. You could definitely make out not words, but syllables. Like it's
saying something.
Yeah, something is talking. Again, Sue didn't acknowledge it, so she obviously wasn't hearing it, and it wasn't anybody else because they're not going to be saying something while she's asking questions.
Yeah.
So again, not really sure, but it was interesting. We liked it, so we put it on our list.
Yeah.
This next one is just another cool, strange laugh, and we're just going to leave it at that.
What is it? It's all flash of light up there on the stage.
Mike,
It's you.
come on. So how are we gonna do this?
Oh, I got heartburn all of a sudden, didn't you?
Yeah, man, that's it.
What is it?
It's all flash of light up there on the stage. Mike, it's you. Come on. So how are we gonna do this?
Oh, I got heartburn all of a sudden.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, it was right after you hear Sue say "Come on," so that was a good one. Yes, I always have heartburn. I still do all the time, Rob. All the time. I do take medication though. It's getting better. Yeah, I mean, it was there. It wasn't really loud, but it was definitely like almost like a muffled laugh. But it was a good one. This next one is myself, Sandy, and Sue. This is a really good one. Around 11 seconds, you're going to hear a random whistle. Can't explain why, because we don't whistle. If we do, then we acknowledge that was me that whistled.
Let's look under the rug. I'm curious. Just make sure.
I don't think there's anything there. I think it's just bullshit. Maybe at one time there was something there. Looks like they painted it.
Yeah.
Or it's whatever they used to clean the hardwood floor with.
Oh, maybe.
They just went around the rug.
Yeah.
So we have one camera left.
Let's look under the rug. I'm curious. Just make sure.
I don't think there's anything there. I think it's just bullshit. Maybe at one time there was something there. Looks like they painted it.
Yeah.
Or it's whatever they used to clean the hardwood floor with.
Oh, maybe.
They just went around the rug.
Yeah.
So we have one camera left.
Yes, Rob, I agree with you. I did not proof any of these. You can blame him.
I try and proof them, but stuff slips through.
Well, I can say she's not with us anymore, so I guess you don't have to worry about it anymore.
No.
It happens. Most of us, Rob, have been there. Something happens. Maybe you get startled. I mean, I know people that get scared daily. They swear just from that. So you can imagine being in a dark area or investigating and something happening. It happens.
But they don't go screaming, "Dude, run!" out of the room.
No, they don't do that either. Yes, there did sound like there was something towards the end of that one too, Amy, but I think we kind of cut it, so we'd have to go back and try to maybe listen to it again. Again, these are so old that there very well could have been something on there.
I could probably check it out. I think I do have the audio still left. Saved.
Yeah. This next one is myself. So again, we're walking from one area to another. And then around 10 seconds, you're going to hear a low voice come in. We're not really sure what it's saying. But there's just another voice there. That's not ours. It's like it was. That one's a little hard to pick up. I'm glad Rob picked up on it. It was kind of in the middle of all the commotion. If you listen right at the end, you'll hear me say, "Let's turn some lights off." So we were setting up. We were getting ready. We just got done setting up, and we were getting ready to go lights out and turn everything off. So again, we weren't investigating. We were just trying to get stuff set up to get rolling. So good thing we had a recorder going.
Yeah, and still, it's been so long. Who knows?
But there was definitely a little bit of commotion that happens when we're setting up. So
yeah.
It was
Controlled chaos.
That's normal.
I don't know if it's controlled.
Not setting up, breaking down, I call it. Setting up is more of a, let's get it all set up quick and then troubleshoot later.
Yeah.
That sounds more like it. This next one is Mike and Sandy and Sue. They're investigating. Mike says he can smell the difference in the rooms. And then around 10 seconds, you're going to hear a voice that sounds like it's saying, "I don't know."
I can only imagine.
Can you leave your name?
can smell the difference.
What do you smell?
Yes.
Stink bugs?
It's more of like,
They
it's
definitely,
more
there
like
was,
fresh air.
I can only imagine.
can you leave your name?
I can smell the difference.
What do you smell?
Yes.
Stink bugs?
It's more of like,
They
it's
definitely,
more
there
like
was,
fresh air.
So, honestly, on first thought, to me, it did almost sound like Sue, but if you listen to it, it's quick. I mean,
It's quick.
that makes it would make no sense for somebody to say, I don't know, and then immediately start talking like about
Yeah.
whatever she said right afterwards. That was quick. I mean, and even if it did sound like her, we've already caught
Yeah.
voices of other people. It sounds like you.
Mhm.
So who's to say whatever was there didn't mimic her voice as well?
But it goes to back to the lock house. Remember when I sneezed and
Yeah, yep.
Kelly goes gesundheit? I couldn't say thank you quick enough where the voice came in saying thank you.
Yeah. So that was good. That was quick. That was a good one. It was clear.
Yeah.
I don't know. This next one is, again, we are setting up. We're not even investigating yet. Mike and I are setting up a camera in one of the rooms, and then a voice comes in and sounds like it's saying help.
For the 360? Okay, what just happened right there? Oh, the same thing that happens to us every time we're here. Oh, you're recording. No, number 5. Oh, it went out. It happened when you dropped the thing. Yeah, hey, go on. For the 360? Okay, what just happened right there? Oh, the same thing that happens to us every time we're here. Oh, you're recording. No, number 5. Oh, it went out. It happened when you dropped the thing. Yeah, hey, go on.
Yeah, that was a little tough to hear because, again, this was so many years ago. I think we don't even use those recorders anymore.
No.
But that was right towards the end. You hear we're talking about cameras. One of the cameras wasn't working.
Mhm.
Yes, it does sound like it says it twice. Maybe it was trying to help us. I don't know. One of the cameras wasn't working, and then you can actually hear Mike in the beginning say, "Okay, what happened to this camera?" So we were trying to figure it
Yeah.
out. So that was a good catch. That was. I wish our recorders were better back then, but
Yeah, but now we got some new ones.
yeah, it happens. So we only got a couple more, so we're hoping people start asking some questions and stuff, or it's going to be a very early night for us.
Unlike in Morrisville, where somebody dropped their
I
new
broke mine.
recorder.
Concrete floor and a recorder don't go well together from about waist high when you drop it.
4 feet.
Yeah, it shattered.
The
Shattered.
cover-
bet it did.
Shattered the back of
cover
that
shattered.
recorder thing right off.
I bet it did.
I had pieces. I had to pick them all up.
Probably should have thought about that before you did it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I should have asked you for help.
You should have.
You couldn't take batteries out of plastic earlier, but I would have asked you for help. I guess.
I'm better at some things. Okay, just
We do work well together, I promise. We get back on task now.
Okay.
So, this next one is Mike, Sandy, myself, Sue. We're just talking. Again, we're talking about where to go, what are we going to do, and then around 8 seconds, you're going to hear almost like a hum or like a or something, some kind of noise.
sorry. It's just the way.
the one.
Well,
You want to go in there, Mike?
I can sit here.
We really didn't get nothing in there when we were in there.
Come on in here.
Do you want us to sit out here?
Yeah, you can. I tell you it's a go, though.
Yeah, I'll sit right here.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Yeah, let's sit in this chair right here.
Okay, let me.
Now, I want you to take a... It's the one.
Well,
You want to go in there, Mike?
I can sit here.
We really didn't get nothing in there when we were in there.
Come on in here.
Do you want us to sit out here?
Yeah, you can. I tell you it's a go, though.
Yeah, I'll sit right
I'm
here.
telling you.
Okay.
Yeah, let's sit in this chair right here.
Okay, let me.
Now, I want you to take a...
So again, it was quick. It was right there. We're figuring out which room to go to, where people were going to sit. Very quick. So that was a nice little quick one. So this last one is actually, it's a video. It's from the handhelds. Myself, Mike, Sandy, Sue, Todd, we're all together. We're in the one suite together. You're going to hear the spirit box go off, or going, I should say. She asks if I should turn it off. Sue says yes. And then you're going to hear a very audible, clear voice come through the spirit box saying no.
No, that was an audible no in the room.
So
Not through the spirit box.
Oh, it wasn't even through the spirit box.
No.
Well,
You're going to think it comes through the spirit box, but it doesn't.
yeah. Well, we'll go ahead and play it. Let's go.
What? You want to turn that off for a little while?
Yeah, why don't we?
No. What? You want to turn that off for a little while?
Yeah, why don't we?
No.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't. Mike, you were actually there. I think I was in that room. I don't know if I'm there.
You and I were sitting off to the right in the little sitting area, and Sandy was sitting somewhere, Sue was sitting somewhere, and Todd was sitting somewhere. And after
So
this
nobody
happened,
was standing?
no, not really. And after it happened, it was Sue and I that actually heard it. And I remember you saying, well, I thought I heard something, but I'm not sure. And then we did a live session with the recorder that somebody had there, and there it was, caught.
I think the big thing to remember is it was heard in the room. It wasn't heard.
It was heard in the room.
Through the spirit box.
No.
Lorena commented. Lorena, I don't know if you saw earlier, I talked about you already, and can't wait to have you on the show in a couple weeks.
Oh.
Olivia's very excited.
I am.
And it's very well possible that it sounds like she protects the room, because if we were in the room that I think we might have been near, they do say there's a female spirit in that room.
No, we were on the third floor, though. That was isn't that what they call the presidential suite?
Oh, it could have been.
Right
In the back, yeah. So who knows? We all know there's more than one spirit there.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. There's, that I know of, there's the guy, there's the kids, there's at least one woman, if not more women.
Mm-hmm.
You go back to the history of the location, and I really can't get into it. I really wish I could. But there's a ton of history to this place. More so that I didn't even know what it was until after. Like, once we started investigating it, once we started doing research on it, that's when we found out all that other back stuff that I don't even know if the public knows. I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about.
Maybe I could just say this one thing about it, that we did uncover that it was part of the Underground Railroad.
Yeah, we found
at some point.
They did some.
But we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, it has ties to that.
No.
It has ties to the church. I can say that.
Yeah, down the road.
I mean, I can. Which
a lot of people might not know there's a church down the road that's part of that.
Actually, truthfully, there's a lot of churches down the road from places to stay. Yeah.
There is. That doesn't. I guess that doesn't.
Every place to stay, there is a church down the road.
That is true. It might be 10 minutes. It might be 4 hours, but it's down the road.
Right.
It's down the road.
Yep.
So, all in all, it's a great place.
Awesome
we've
place.
been there in the summertime. We've been there in the wintertime. We've been there, like I said, at least 4 or 5 times. It's just a great place. And I wish we could tell you where it was. And if you guys figured it out, great.
Private message us.
Let us know. If you win, we'll get a prize. They already know the prize. If you watched last week's episode, you already know the prize.
Or maybe they didn't. Maybe it's a surprise.
But we will be sending out one to the winner so far. So if anybody else throws us a message, and if you're right, you're right. And I'll tell you, yes, what's your address? If I say no, then the answer is no.
You know what? I bet you Uncle Rob knows. If he goes back and watches some of this.
He did.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, he did?
Yes, last week.
Oh, yeah, Rob knows.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah,
that.
Rob knows. But yes, again, everybody at Raina is on right now watching with us. We can't wait to have her on in a couple weeks. We're going to be asking her all kinds of fun questions, and hopefully she brings some of her, I don't want to say toys, but The fun stuff that the stuff that.
Why don't you just say it? Tarot cards.
Tarot cards, and
I
I don't
have
know.
fun stuff there.
What is there other stuff too though?
There's a lot of stuff.
Well, there you go. I don't know.
have a pendulum. I have dowsing rods. I have so many.
Well,
sets of
there you
tarot
go.
cards.
I don't know these things. So
Oh my gosh, yeah.
listen, I bring a recorder and a camera. That's my stuff.
And yourself.
And myself. So yes.
I'm also excited, Arena. I'm so excited. I get to show you my stuff.
This is all of you.
What's one? Rob wants to know what's one thing we don't like during investigation.
You.
Whispering.
Sure.
Whistling.
Running.
Screaming.
Screaming. I guess not being allowed to do our own thing, if that makes sense. Because sometimes when we go to places, we get restrictions put on us that we normally aren't used to, and it can kind of interfere with the way that we do things. Like, I don't want to say restrictions, but like we're never going to tell a client no. So let's say we go to a place and all of a sudden the client is gung ho and they want to go with us. Okay, well, cool.
Yeah.
You're welcome to come with us. We encourage that. But at the same time, we also want to have time by ourselves because that's our thing. This is what we do, and we kind of have our own way of doing it. And sometimes we're restricted to the point where they're like, well, no, we just want to be with you. Sometimes we're restricted time-wise. Yeah, so they agree to a certain time. We get going, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, we agree on this time, but you got to go. Which, fine, we respect your house. We'll pack up and we'll go. That's fine, too.
Not very often, though.
No, not often, but it does. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's as far as my investigators go. It's just creep up on you. Rob, I don't know if you want to reword that. I don't know if I creep up on me. Hold on. One question at a time. Everybody's got questions. Do you find locations? Rob, real quick to answer your question. I've never had a client creep me out. I will say.
I'll say there's one.
Hold on.
And that was the very first investigation I ever went on up there in where.
Oh yeah, but that was a different kind of creep.
Yeah, he still creeped me out.
Thing.
You better be politically correct. It's 2024.
Because he did creep me out, that guy.
Yes, but that was not. That was not that kind of creep. I would. Yeah, I mean, and I think if you do this long enough, whether Rob can attest to it, he's been there. Sometimes it's hard to tell whether you're. Rob said that was a good creep. I think Rob was there. I think Rob might have been to that one.
No, he wasn't to that one. He wasn't even on the team yet.
I don't know. Anyway.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I'm talking about the Silver Waters. I know exactly what you're talking about.
No.
You're not talking about the two...
I'm talking about the jerk up there with the cameras.
That was
oh, my God.
That's what I was thinking of.
I thought you were talking
about...
And
I wasn't even on the
those
team.
two didn't creep me out because... because you remember the Ben Congarin?
I thought you were creeped out because of what I found in the attic at that place.
We're not getting into that.
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
So, no.
Yeah.
No.
These guys are wondering, what the hell are they talking about?
You do not want to know. Trust me. But you got to remember, the Ben Congarin, the owners were...
Yeah, they were, but they weren't that bad.
No, they were nice.
Yeah, they were very nice guys.
Oh, awesome.
Oh. Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
I got you. All right.
Okay, we got a lot of questions to answer.
Okay.
So anyway, that was totally off topic.
For Arena, I think warmer weather, and that just might be like a personal thing for me, because I feel like I pay more attention in the warmer weather because I'm not worried about being cold. But for me, I think warmer weather.
I just like warmer weather just because the colder affects our equipment.
Drains batteries quicker.
A lot.
I mean, that's fair, but like if you go back through like evidence, do you think that we have found more like in the summertime?
No, I mean, the nice thing about the weather being nice is we set up outside.
Yeah.
So there's less people. You control
the atmosphere.
We can control how many goes in the house, who's in the house, what time are they in the house, we control all that. Where
That's
in the
very
wintertime,
true. Yeah.
we're all stuck inside. Whether it's
Yeah.
one room, and then you got to deal with the noise, and
But
it's,
you got to remember this investigation at this private business. We did one in a snowstorm.
Yeah.
Outside, but we were all inside undercover. But still, nobody got affected in the areas we went.
Yeah. So we tried to stay inside shelter as much as possible. Yes. Rob wanted to know how hard is it to investigate the outside. Very hard.
Oh yeah.
But we don't. I don't want to say we've never done it because we have kind of. We don't tend to like go to cemeteries and walk around that. We've done the lock house outside, the one we talked about a couple weeks ago.
The other house up there, and
I just feel like outside
wherever.
It's very hard to pick
It
what
is.
evidence
It's very
is useful,
Yep.
what pertains, what is an animal, what is a stick falling out.
Yeah.
And a
it's
perfect
hard.
example is when we did the lock house. We were outside. I heard that scream outside.
Yeah.
We had to throw it away because we thought it was the farm. There was a bunch of cows and all kinds of animals up the road, and you could actually hear the noise kind of coming down the hill. But when we went inside and we caught the EVP of the same scream
Mhm.
that nobody heard, that kind of validated it. So luckily we caught both, and luckily we were able to put them together and say, yes, this was the same scream, caught in 2 different times. I will say this. There was one time Mike and I, as much as we like to badmouth the Hannibal house, and I don't know if you've ever really talked about that on any of our live streams. Basically, the guy was just crazy. He was just crazy, and he wanted there to be something there that wasn't. However, I will say, when you and I were out back,
that was the only time I ever got creeped out.
Yeah, we were literally like back to back, and we would swear to God we were being surrounded.
Yeah.
Like between the noise and you're outside. You're used to noises. It's you're gonna hear the branches break, and you're gonna hear all that. But it was just weird, and it was just the sounds we were hearing. Like we're like, okay, it's over there. Then all of a sudden you hear like a heavy bang over here, like a branch. Like I'm not talking about an animal stepping on something. I'm talking about a snap.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we would like see a shadow over by the cars, and then we would see something over here. It was literally like we were being surrounded.
Well, but maybe that guy was trying to like over validate. Like if you did actually catch some stuff there, I think maybe he just wanted to be heard.
Yeah, we didn't catch enough in
No.
Okay.
He was on the blacklist. He got blacklisted.
Oh yeah, quick.
Okay.
Forts, yeah, of course. Love doing forts.
Fort Ontario,
Fort William Henry. I would love to get into Fort Stanwix someday. Great times. I mean, every time we've gone to either one of those 2 forts,
great
we've
evidence.
caught some great stuff. So it's without a doubt. And knock on wood, we've never had bad weather. I think one time it might have rained at Fort Ontario, but even raining, we still get it done. It's not a big deal. You do spend a majority of your time inside.
It might have rained for a little bit.
Yeah,
but that was it.
Both times we did Fort William Henry, it was summertime and it was beautiful out.
Yep.
It was almost too hot.
I gotta start bringing bug spray.
Yes, bug spray is a must when you do this stuff. Yeah.
No one ever told me that until it was too late.
Well, common sense.
Oh, well,
But yeah, I mean, great times, and we really enjoy doing this stuff with you guys. We're going to continue to do it. Next week we have the Masonic Temple, or not temple, or lodge.
Masonic
Lodge we're doing. Another great place.
Awesome place. Awesome.
They have one of those electric chairs that go up and down the stairs that I play on when I'm there. It's a great, fun ride. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I do. It's there. But we have a lot of cool stories. I mean, you guys, if I remember correctly,
yeah, she asked if we stayed overnight at this place. I've never stayed overnight.
No,
we never did.
We stayed there till 2, 3 in the morning. But we've never slept there. You can stay there. You can get a room there. Stay there. Yeah, anybody can. But luckily, we've never. Yeah, unfortunately, we've never stayed.
No, we
there.
never did.
We used to at the time. We all lived local,
so
it was like, we didn't have to. We could just go there and go home. Any place.
Yeah, you guys have, right? One of the forts, no?
No, we rented a hotel. We stayed in a hotel room.
Yeah, the second time from William Henry, we stayed in a hotel.
We haven't. We've been offered. I know Braylock has offered us a bed countless times.
No, thank you. Respectfully.
We just never do. I don't know. I mean, I think we would. I always thought it'd be kind of cool to before we go to bed, move the DVR cameras, and as weird as it sounds,
paranormal activity type stuff.
no, kinda. I mean, you're not gonna have a demon walking through the room and picking you up and throwing you, but
I don't know.
I'm just
I
saying.
don't want to know.
If you're
I want to go home.
if you're sleeping, you know, and especially like at Braylock, you got the 4 main rooms that are the most active. Granted, we've caught evidence in like a ton of the rooms, but the most active rooms. If you could have a person stay in one in each room for the night, bring a DVR camera in, maybe set up a recorder.
Let me stop you right there. I'm not sleeping by myself. No. Absolutely not.
Do you want me to see if John would go?
Stop that. Now's not the time.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I believe it. Let us know which inn it was. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it'd be cool. I don't know. I just set up a camera and see if anything happens. Arguably, some of the best stuff that we don't really talk about the TV shows too often. But
Was Jason Hawes at the Stanley Hotel?
and then was it Grant that had the sheets pulled while he was sleeping? And you could see his legs. So you know his legs
I
were
can't remember where that
Stanley
was
Hotel,
though.
I would stay at.
You would stay at
Absolutely.
one of the most haunted locations in probably the
Okay.
world.
Not by myself.
But you wouldn't
yes.
stay at like the Braylock for the night?
Nope. Nope. Because I've been there
The
too many
Stanley's
times.
just an awesome
I'm
place.
good. I want to. I experience it enough. I think that if I'm going to go to the Stanley Hotel, it's far away, so I might as well just go all or nothing.
Oh, that's what I meant to tell you, that the Stanley's Hotel is being sold to a non-profit group out of Arizona, I believe. I read it not too long ago.
Huh.
Yep. So maybe they will get back to doing the paranormal stuff there again.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Because when new owners took over, they stopped it all.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
for the most part.
But they still play The Shining on one channel there, 24 hours a day.
Yeah, we'll have to look up that place, Sandra, see if Marion Vincent house. Yeah, well, maybe we'll look into that and see if we can get in there one night. Rob said may bring it back home with you. Well, that's one way to bring a guy home.
Come on, Sean. Stop taking shots at me today. I've had a long day.
You know what? In all honesty, that can happen anytime, though. I mean, really. You can bring something home with you pretty much anywhere we go. There's a hotel in Fredonia. Well, it's a brother sister kind of a love. It's fine. She's used to it by now.
I am. It's awful.
But in all honesty,
I cry myself to sleep most times.
So not because of me.
Because of you. Every Tuesday.
So
Every Tuesday.
Hypothetically, let's say you did bring something. What would you do? You got home from an investigation.
Right.
I just drop you off.
Yep.
We all go home because Mike's way away. I'm way away.
Okay.
And all of a sudden you're hearing stuff that...
You're gonna ask me what I would do?
Yeah.
And listen, I'm a dingbat. I have sage. I have crystals. I will do anything in my power. I don't care.
Oh,
I'm good. I will make a salt circle around myself.
You gonna sleep in it?
I absolutely will. I absolutely will. I do not mess with it. No bad juju. I'm
Rob says, good for you.
I'm all right.
Oh, man.
I know you've had stuff follow you home.
Yeah,
I've had stuff follow me home.
I don't want to bad juju myself, but I don't think anything's come home with me.
Rabbit room. We'll have to look up that.
I mean, mine came home from our old office at Deja Vu.
Oh, yeah, I believe that one.
General Kirby.
Oh, dear God. You brought that man home with you?
He came home.
I don't think he did it by purpose.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he said,
Mike
hey,
said, come on.
it's like, hey, want to come have a couple beers afterwards?
I mean, it was a Sunday morning, and my wife and I are having breakfast, watching the news in the morning, and we both heard 3 distinct boot footsteps right in the upstairs hallway.
Oh, my God.
In our upstairs hallway is carpeted.
What'd you do?
Well, I had our ex-medium come in and read the house.
Mm-hmm.
And as we always say, you never do your own house, investigate, or anything like that. So I had to call in friends of mine from another team that will sage the house.
Mm-hmm.
And they grid the property too, the
Mm-hmm.
4 corners of the property. Once they get and when they're saging the house and everything, bringing the spirits down to one exit portal, they're sealing every windowsill with sea salt
Yep.
and everything to keep the spirits
Doorways.
out and everything. And once they're out, they do the last threshold right there at the front door.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they did a great job. My wife didn't like it when she came home from Denver that night. I
I
still
can
had the same
imagine.
clothes on.
All the salt all over the place, you to vacuum it up.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And she goes, "What's that stink?" When I gave her a big hug. And then she gets home and says, "How long is this smell going to be in the house for?"
Does she watch these?
No.
Oh. Just wondering.
I go 2-3 days tops. But
It
haven't had a
works,
problem
I'm
since.
telling you.
So you guys will know if Mike's not here next week, it's because his wife watched this.
Absolutely.
So we'll know why.
Rob
If
said
I
it's a
didn't-
ghost
if
trap.
I didn't hear from him for a few days, we'll know she saw it. But yeah, if anybody else has any other questions,
Let me ask it. Raina, are you still watching?
I don't know. She might have.
Because I do have a question for her, if she is still watching.
She said she was going to text me too.
If she's not
No.
watching, then
Never mind. I think she got off. But
Yeah.
That's okay. Oh, she's here. She's still here.
Aw, she still likes us.
okay, Arena, I have a question for you from the Morrisville Library. Upon listening to, I don't know if it was on audio or video, did you pick up on a person named Bob down there?
Bob.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Oh.
Because the audio I have, you hear a voice say Bob,
Oh, okay.
clear.
I haven't heard any names.
And then she got a William.
She got a William.
Oh, Leo.
Okay.
Come here.
Oh, Tammy. So, would William be called a Bob or not?
I don't know.
No, Robert.
That would be a Robert. I think so. I don't know.
No.
No, Bob would be for Robert. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Hi, Tammy.
Tammy's on. Hi,
So-
Tammy.
Okay.
And she got James.
James.
James, I remembered.
Oh, ow.
James, yep. Okay, thought I'd just ask you.
Okay.
Okay.
Catherine. Okay, so wherever this name came from, I don't know.
I'm Robert.
Okay, Bob.
For those of you that just tuned in, again, we got a couple new stuff coming up. Once again, tonight, what do we want to end it? We'll say by 10 o'clock tonight, if you're going to put a guess in for the location, private message us, direct message us, let us know, and if you win, we'll send you a prize. For those of you that just tuned in,
They'll be mailed out this weekend.
yeah, tonight's episode is part 2 of a 2-part series we started last week. We're not allowed to say where we were, but that's not to say we can't have fun with it. Maybe you could pick and guess. So if you think you know where we were, please private message us, and if you are right, we will send you a free gift. I can't drop hints, Rob, because I don't know how many free gifts I have to give out. So
Hi, Grandma.
I did drop a lot of hints.
I mean, I
did
think
that
some of the
on-
videos would.
Some of them should do it
Yeah.
fairly well. But other than that, we'll stop that at 10 o'clock tonight. We have one winner already, so we'll just hopefully get some more, and we'll send out some more free gifts. I am in the process of maybe getting some newer gifts
Oh,
for
okay.
people. I really don't want to. I'm waiting to find out how much it's going to cost me. I will say it is. Remember those things I bought everybody one of a while back?
What? Oh, yeah.
I knew she'd remember. I knew they were
Woo!
had our logo on them.
They're cutesy. I use mine every weekend.
Anyway,
Tell me off the
I'm
air.
working on. I don't know. I've just kind of come up with some ideas to get more people involved and to get you guys to like and not only like our page and follow our page, but to share it with your friends to help boost our followers. So I'm trying to think of a way to have a contest or something and come up. And I'm getting some ideas as far as some really cool gifts and I think a lot of people would like them, and I know she likes hers. She uses hers every weekend, so I figured if I can get some more, and I can get some custom-made items, I don't want to say what they are yet.
Give me another one.
And then we will maybe raffle them off or do some kind of a contest
And give Liv another one.
send people to those. But other than that, next week, one of your favorite places,
Masonic Lodge.
That'll be next week. Don't that'll be next week. A lot of cool stuff, a lot of good stories. I think overall it was a really great place.
I just wish we could bring a guest on through this and everything, because
we
I'm
can
pretty
have him
sure John would love to come on, since he is a member there.
Yeah, we do. Well, again, we're trying to get
I know.
different platform, but we need more followers.
Yeah.
Or money.
I was gonna say.
We're working on both. Yeah. So either way, we have fun doing this, guys, and I can't wait for 2 more weeks from tonight. Arena will be here live with us. That'll be a great night. We got nothing planned for that night. It's just going to be a free talk and questions. So if you guys have any questions you want us to ask or you want to ask her, please make sure you tune in. If you have a question you want answered, you can always direct message us and we can forward it on to her. I want a t-shirt, a coffee mug, a koozie. I'll find any of them.
There we go. We got Tammy, our number one supporter.
Not for nothing. And maybe you guys that are watching us, I know we only got a few viewers on now, but if you can, again, share this with your friends and have them come to our page. If there is a need or a want is the best way to put it. We can sell items. I mean, we've talked about it before. We've talked about having our logo and stuff. We're always looking, as you know, we do not charge for investigations. So any kind of revenue that we can make to help keep us going, to help us purchase more equipment, to help us purchase better streaming software, whatever we need to use it for, we're always trying to do. So yes, those gifts that I'm talking about, I'm thinking about buying and doing some kind of contest with, I think we might start selling them in the near future if people are interested. I guess that time will tell, because we'll start showing some of the stuff, and if people want it, I'm sure I can work out something with my supplier and get him to make us up a bunch and go from there.
You are also more than welcome to send me Starbucks gift cards. Anytime. Thank you.
If you do that, she will send you, Tammy, a personal drawing of our logo.
Yeah.
And sign it.
Yeah. I'll sign it. The drawing won't look good. But
yes,
I'll sign it for you.
She says, do raffle at live events.
That wouldn't be a bad idea if we had gave people numbers and then we pull it out and then.
But you brought it up where, Vale. Vale does a good way
spinners
with her drawing and everything. But I know I'm friends with this one because I have a dachshund and I'm friends with a dachshund person down in Arkansas, and the way she determines winners is she uses one of those, what is it, electronic randomizer or something?
Yeah, it's literally a website you can use.
And everything. So I think somebody was going to suggest that to Vale.
I was. For every year we do a raffle for investigation at the Braylock, and I think we raffle out 5 a night. I was, instead of doing it the way we used to do it, where people have gone and we do tickets, I literally am hoping maybe this year and I'll do the legwork. I know it's going to be kind of hard, but I think we sell 50 tickets per night.
So the last 2 nights last year, she oversold them.
I mean, there's always, at a minimum, there's 50 normally. So you figure if I can talk to Vale, and because you have to pre-buy your tickets, so you have to give her your information. She already has your name.
Yep.
If she can get me a couple days ahead of time, everybody's name for that first night, everybody's name for the second night, and so on.
Yeah.
I can put them into that generator, and we can do a live spin right there 5 times, and that's how we can pick people's names. To me, it'd be more fun, it'd be easier. I was talking with Mike about possibly doing it a night where you guys, who watch us every week, maybe we'll do a raffle with you guys, and if one of you guys win, you can come here and sit with us, and you can talk with us, and you can interview us. You can ask us whatever you want, and we can just kind of hang out and talk, and maybe show evidence if you want to see evidence, and just kind of
feel free to bring wine
Yes, we can make a wine night.
or pizza.
Not for me.
Anything for me. It's for me.
So yes, that's just an idea. Again, we're trying to be more interactive. We're trying to get everybody involved, but we need the followers and the viewers in order to kind of keep doing different and fun stuff. So like I said, please share this with your friends. Please have them come like our page and start watching us Tuesday nights. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, so next week the temple. I'm sorry, the lodge. I keep saying temple. I keep saying it.
You're the one that said not to say it.
I know. Now it's just there.
Nice
I
one.
Keep saying it.
We still refer to it as the temple.
It is, but it's a lodge. And then we have arena, and then after that we have not scheduled yet. So we
got to figure that out.
We're working on it. Maybe it'll be a surprise.
What if we do a dance class?
Yeah, but
where you're the instructor.
Don't we have
like Footloose type beat, but like you and Mike.
We want viewers.
Sorry,
that's
I don't dance.
But other than that, if you guys are all set, if nobody has any other questions, we'll probably.
But we do have the Players Theater coming up sometime in the future.
Yes, that's going to be coming up. The theater's going to come up. Braylock's going to be coming up. None of that.
We're going to start getting busy here.
Yeah,
but then
Sandra's a dance instructor.
There we go.
There you go.
All right, I'll send you my address.
But maybe another night, sometime, maybe a 2-part night on Fort Ontario.
Yeah, we can always do that. Fort Ontario is a great place. Like I said, we love going there. We got a lot of places still. Yeah. Literally, it's just a matter of going into the files and finding one. It's like, oh, this one sounds good. Let's do it. So eventually, someday we'll run out. I know as the weather gets nicer and we start picking up with investigations, more than likely we're going to have to go to every other Tuesday night just to give us time to investigate and also time to review. And we all still work, so we have to do our day jobs as well.
Put the stuff together,
so it takes time. So the busier the group gets outside of the show, we might have to kind of switch it to every other Tuesday.
Well, and we could always go live during certain investigations.
Oh yeah, we're talking about going live. Again, that involves different equipment. So again, we're stuff that we could get if we start doing like a revenue thing. But we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, we just need more viewers. And more followers. But, I appreciate you guys. Facebook Live at Public Hunts. You read my mind. There you go. Hey, look at that. Other than that, I think we are going to let you guys go for the night, and we will see you guys next week for the Masonic Lodge.
There you go.
It'll be a good night. And
sticky note for you.
Dang, I'll write it up here. Make sure I don't say this. Again, you have until 10 o'clock tonight to get in your guess if you have any idea of where we were the last 2 weeks, and then we will send you guys again. So have a good night. We'll see you next week. Thank you.